All right, guys, had a request for problem number 1 on the back of the homework, which is due on Monday. So it says y equals 3 log base 2 of x minus 5. First thing I'm going to do is identify the transformations. This is outside, so it must be down by 5. This is also outside the argument, so this is a vertical stretch by 3. Remember, anything outside the argument is vertical. I now want to find the x-intercept. I'm going to plug in 0 for y. 0 equals 3 log base 2 of x minus 5. Add 5 to both sides. Divide by 3. 5 over 3 equals log base 2 of x. Now we do 2 raised to this power equals x. Remember, log says 2 raised to the power equals the argument. The base raised to the power equals the argument. 2 to the 5/3 equals x. I have no idea what this is. Go ahead and do it on your calculator. You get x equals 3.175. That means the x-intercept, remember, which is where x is 0, where the graph crosses the x-axis, the x-coordinate is 3.175. The y-coordinate is 0. So that's right here. Y-coordinate 0, x is 3.175. I know that the parent function for this is log base 2 of x. Log base anything always has an asymptote at x equals 0. The parent functions always have an asymptote at x equals 0. Because there has been no shift left or right, the asymptote stays in the same spot, x equals 0. If there had been a shift, the asymptote would have shifted. If you want to see an example like that, look at number 6, which I've already done online on Friday. So here's the asymptote, here's the x-intercept, and I do not see any negative signs, which means there's been no reflection. So the graph still looks like usual, from downstairs to upstairs. The domain, 0 to infinity, asymptote is 0, graph goes right, so 0 to infinity. Range, negative infinity to infinity. Range, negative infinity to infinity. I now need to find 2 more points. And I'm going to be smart about this one here, guys. This is where we need to be a little bit intuitive here. If I plug in 4 for x, I would have y equals 3 log base 2 of 4 minus 5. Log base 2 of 4, 2 raised to what power equals 4? 2. 2 times 3 is 6, minus 5 is 1. So when I plug in 4 for x, I get 1. Let me do that again. If I plug in 4 for x, I have log base 2 of 4. 2 squared gives me 4. 2 times 3 is 6, minus 5 is 1. Here's my first point. Do the same thing by plugging in 8. Log base 2 of 8. 2 to what power gives me 8? 3. 3 times 3, 9. 9 minus 5 is 4. Point is 8, comma 4. You want to pick things to put in here that will give you nice numbers. If you want to see problems a little bit harder, look at number 6, which again I did on Friday. Let me zoom out now. So the first thing I did is identify transformations, found the x-intercept by plugging in 0 for y, graphed this, no reflection, so it looks the same as the parent function, found the domain and range, and then 2 more points. I'm going to zoom out and call it a day.